Clicking the button. Here we go. We are live. We are here. We are here. This is not who you're expecting to see today, but I bet you're glad that you see her because, I love Sean Hale, but this is a whole lot easier to look at than Sean Hale is. How's everybody doing? I did, have to start today's stream with a bit of bad news, if you want to call it bad news. No Sean today. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. The trip got pushed back by 2 weeks. Okay, stop telling me these things, YouTube. I haven't seen anybody say hi or anything yet, so I'm getting a little bit nervous. It says excellent condition. Oh, there we go. Lisa. Oh, hi, John. Yeah. Okay. We're on. We're here. We're live. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you a little bit of a secret. But before I do that, did you want to say hi or anything? You want to say anything
Well, I got a little bit behind on the chat because it's been so long since I've used my what do you call it thing? My tablet. See, I don't even know what it's called. So anyways, just trying to figure that out, but I'm on and I see everybody in chat and I just wanted to say hello. John has a lot to talk about.
She was saying she's a little nervous when we were starting because she's a little rusty. I get it.
I'm rusty, but I was on Fishy Business stream a few weeks ago. I jumped in and sat in on that stream and that was a lot of fun.
Yep. Yeah, you never know what to expect when you're on with the old Fishy Biz. So we have a lot to talk about today. Today is going to be one of those days where I am going to be accused of never letting Lisa talk. And that's not intentional. She will be interrupting me politely when super chats and stuff like that come through. So if you are somebody that for whatever reason wants to super chat, you will get acknowledged. I promise you that.
And I will do my best to acknowledge you without stepping on his toes too much.
We'll try to address as many people as we possibly can, but go ahead.
I'm already going to interrupt
That's
because Kaylin Shepard came in with his 9-month membership and said, welcome back. I saw last week's stream on the replay, but I am here live.
Very nice.
Good to see you here.
Last week's stream was a lot of fun. Kind of a surprise I'm back kind of thing. I have thought all week long about strategies for this stream. We have discussed different ideas, and this is going to become something that is a lot of fun. I'm convinced of that. And I'm actually looking forward to it. I mean, I was looking forward to the stream today, which is not something I was doing at the end there.
Yeah, it was kind of tough because at the end last year, it was like...
It is weird to say it was last year.
I know, because it was really only a couple months ago, but it was just a lot going on. I mean, last year was a really, really busy year for us. So it got to the point where it was like, oh, we have to stream tonight. And we enjoy streaming. We enjoy everything about it, but it just got really hard right in the middle of the holidays too. So...
Definitely did. Now, like I said, so much to talk about. So much. I have a list in front of me. The first thing that has to be addressed is the fact that you were coming here expecting to see Sean Hale with me. Everything's okay. Don't worry. It's fine. But what ended up happening was, I think I might have even told you this last week, the package that was being delivered. Why don't we stop messing around? Y'all know it's an aquarium, right? I mean, come on. What else would it be? Would Sean be sending me a bookshelf? I mean, come on. You all know.
Maybe like a large supply of Fritz products. You never know.
Well, that would be nice. He could bring that with him all he wants. But obviously it is that. I'm not going to tell you what is going into that aquarium. You're going to have to stay tuned for that. But the story of this aquarium was that it was shipped to us. And I think I told you this last week, but it was shipped last Wednesday. And that should have been, or Tuesday, as a matter of fact, it was Tuesday. That should have been plenty of time for that to get from where it originated to here. It originated in the Dallas area, and it should have been here Thursday or Friday. Well, it wasn't. And it wasn't delivered until Monday. And that's fine. It's here now.
What a funny story.
It's here now. It sat in our driveway for a little bit until...
I took a picture.
Yeah, my neighbor could come over. You can't show the picture. We have to hold that. It has to be a surprise.
Yeah. I sent it to Zen.
There was no way her and I could get that in here by ourselves. Not in here, but in the fish house. So it sat in the driveway, and we just hoped that the UPS guy wouldn't drive through and bang into it. He came through twice, and he saw it and missed it. But my neighbor came over with a forklift, and it's actually a forklift on a bobcat, so it can go through the grass and all that. And he got it up onto the porch of the fish house for me so that we could roll it in. We put it on the carts, and we rolled it in. So it's in there now, safe and sound. I think you've probably figured it out. A little too big for her and I to carry. So, it's bigger than a 75. And like I've been saying, what we're going to do with that is going to be a really, really big deal. And I can't wait to share it with you. But because there was the confusion of when's it going to get here? When, Sean didn't want to risk flying halfway across the country to us and then the tank not be here. And that's kind of the whole reason why we're doing this. So we delayed it. It had to be delayed by 2 weeks. So he's coming. It's just, going to be a couple more weeks. 2 weeks from tonight, he should be sitting here with either just me or both of us or just you. Who knows? Whatever. But he'll be sitting here.
It's going to be you two.
Well, you know as well as I do, Sean's going to be doing most of the talking, so it doesn't matter who is over here. But it's going to be so much fun, and
now you know how it feels.
Yeah, really, really looking forward to it. I need a taste of my own medicine. So,
right.
On the topic of Sean Hale, did you know that he's not only the guy at Fritz Aquatics, but he's also half owner of Aquashella? And Aquashella announced their dates last Wednesday. And I totally didn't say anything about it on Thursday. And it was not intentional. It just escaped me. But Aquashella this year, really, really excited because it's going to be in 2 different venues. The first one is going to be in Dallas. That would be Texas, just in case you haven't made it to the 3rd grade yet. And that is May.
More than one Jacksonville.
That's true. We saw that comedian that got embarrassed a little bit, thinking that. So anyway, who cares? Yeah. May 20th and 21st in Dallas. Now you're like, wait a minute, John. Aquashella has been in Dallas every single year. You said it's in a new place. Well, it is. It is. It's at the Hilton Anatole in their convention center.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, we don't have to walk across the highway anymore.
Worry about
or under the highway.
Anything.
It was a bit of a sketchy walk underneath that bridge. So much I had to come back to the hotel and walk her back because I'm like, I ain't having you walking through there. But anyway, it's at the Hilton Anatole in Dallas, May 20th and 21st. And then the new one, this is a brand new place, brand new area, everything. It is Daytona Beach, November 4th and 5th. So we're only getting 2 this year. No more Chicago. Not going to talk about details, but if you knew what happened last year in Chicago, you would understand completely why they're not going back to Chicago. Chicago's a tough place to run a show like that. Let's just put it that way. So no 3rd show this year. It's just 2. So we'll just have to make sure those 2 are bangers. And, we will be at both of them. We're already committed to being at both of them. Excited about it. They've already asked me to speak in Dallas, and I think I'm just kind of like one of those automatic ones. They know I'll do it, so they don't even really have to ask. They're just like, okay, John will do a talk. So come out there, May 20th and 21st, November 4th and 5th. May is in Dallas. Daytona is in November. They did post those on the Aquashella website. And that's all they've posted is the dates. So that will get updated. It's one of the commitments that they've made is to be more on point with the website. So you can expect updates there.
It's exciting. And I actually plan on being at both of those. We are fortunate to have pet sitters, and especially was it May? Oh, for one of them.
Last year?
No, this year. I think one of them is in May, right?
The dates are right there in front of your face.
Yeah, they are.
I just put my finger in front of the camera right there.
I'm pretty sure Kenzie won't be here, but we have pet sitters and people to help us, so that'll be nice. I'm thinking Kenzie's going to be here for June, which is going to be the Carolina one.
Oh,
and I really want to go to that one. I'm going to make every effort I can to be there. If we can't both be there, I want to at least be there, because why wouldn't we go to a show that's in the same state we live in?
4 hours away.
I mean, for real, we have to. One of us, even if it's just one of us or both of us. And speaking of North Carolina, I've been going to one time.
She's a veteran now.
Yeah, but I did join the Raleigh Aquarium Society, and I had a blast when I went to the last one. And I won't be here next Thursday with you guys and John, because I will be at the Fish Club meeting. I can't miss the Fish Club meeting, and that's not to say that I feel like I can miss a live stream, but I've missed quite a few of them, and John's done great. And
the live stream will still happen even if she's not here.
Yeah, and you all, if you're in North Carolina, skip the live stream and come to the Fish Club meeting and watch the live stream on replay, because I would love to meet you.
It's very smart.
And
That's a
hang
smart
out
way of
with
doing
you.
it.
Hang out with you and talk about fish, because I really had a great time. And I got plants there. I shouldn't have said that, but I did. I got plants, and they had like an auction, and it was a lot of fun, because you could auction people. You can bring stuff to auction off. You can just bid, and I had fun just being like. And finally, I had to just let people, get theirs in.
Let me see something here because I got to find this comment here. Okay, never mind.
Well, there are quite a few things that have come through, and before I lose my spot, I should probably address them, because sometimes I lose things in my chat.
Go for it.
On the tablet. I just wanted to welcome Anthony Udovich. He has joined. And Scuba Steve did his members thing to do a chat. He said, "Look what the cat dragged in. I bet it was Carl, that chunky cat." Carl is something else. Everyone thinks Carl's like this awesome cat, and I love him. I love Carl, but he can be a jerk.
He's a rascal. He definitely is.
Vibes Aquatics says, "Coffee, anyone? I love you all, John. And where's Lisa?" Oh, there she is. Ha 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 ha. I can't wait to meet you, hopefully.
This jerk. I'm going to call him a jerk. And even though he's a foot taller than me, I'll say it to his face.
You
Whip's
would.
World.
And that's just mean, because he's the nicest person ever.
He is. He drove halfway across the country to help me.
One of my favorite people. Whip's World. How many Oscars can I put in a 29-gallon?
67 if they're babies.
Anyway. And then high performance trucking used his members chat and said, "Life is," it just skipped on me.
Life is good. Glad you're back doing live videos. Yes, we are back, and it is fun.
And then Joe Provenzano said, $5 for an excellent excuse to kick the fiance out early. Whoa.
First of all, that's a risky move there, pal. But
especially
Joe Provenzano,
saying it out loud.
He did a solid for me last week. I just hope it comes through. He twit it? Yeah, welcome to 2023, John. He tweeted at Elon Musk and was like, "Dude, my guy, John Hudson, needs his second Starlink system. These streams are ridiculous, and he needs it." Unfortunately, no response from Elon yet. At least none that I've seen, because, sorry, Elon. I haven't gone on Twitter in a year and a half. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. But I like you, Elon, and I support you owning that company. I just wish you would send me my second satellite system because we really need to be streaming from the fish house.
Yes.
So much going on in the fish house right now.
Oh, yes. I've got a lot of new plants in there, too.
Do two more of these real quick.
Adrian Hernandez says, super chatted and said, missed you guys during the last live chat, but I'm super excited you're back. Well, we're glad you're here with us. And Charlotte Adams, member for 24 months. I finally got my bubbles. Welcome back. You two really missed the lives. Happy they are back. And
I wonder
Charlotte,
how many bubbles we have. I bet there's quite a few.
There, Charlotte.
And thanks to Adam Schoenwald, we've got 5 potential bubbles down the road because he gifted 5 memberships. I think he does that every week.
Wow, that's
it's absolutely
so
insane. Thank you so much, Adam. Not only does he gift all the memberships, but he's also a multi-time customer of our website. And that is a couple of things I have to talk to you about here real quick. Couple of very quick things. For one, this lady sitting right next to me has been frantically adding betas to the website. Finally got a shipment of them, got them all through quarantine and all that kind of stuff. They all checked out. I don't know if they all checked out, but they're checking out. Lisa's putting them on the website now, and it's a beautiful world we live in. I mean, they're selling almost as fast as you can put them on the website. Beautiful for our numbers, not beautiful for you because she has to put more on.
I still got so many to put on, and I have another shipment coming in to get through quarantine. So it's going to be a fun week.
Lots happening there. So finally, no offense to anybody, but finally, the when are you getting more betas emails and Facebook messages can stop. Next thing is her and I took a drive Tuesday night, and it was fun. We found a supplier for Malaysian driftwood and spiderwood. He doesn't have any spiderwood right now, but we went out there on Friday. Why did I say Friday when it was Tuesday? Tuesday we went out there. It's about an hour and 15 minutes from us out near Nag's Head. And we went out there and met him and went into his little warehouse and picked up a whole bunch of smaller pieces of driftwood. I can't send the big giant ones. I can't ship those because they would cost, $640,000 to ship them. So what we stick with is the medium and small sizes, which still cost a lot to ship, but they are on there now. The only thing I would make you all aware of, and I know this should be common sense, but these are natural products. This is a piece of driftwood that was cut out of the earth and washed off and sold to us to then sell to you. These are natural products. Every single one of them is different. We cannot take photos of every single piece. It's just not doable. So understand, if you order from our website some of this driftwood, please make sure that you understand that you're just going to get the best piece that we have available at the time. We've sold probably 500 pieces of driftwood, and I'm not kidding, in the last 2.5 years, and never had one complaint. Oh, this one was ugly. At least, they never said that to us. So, yeah, it's there. So just make sure you understand the one that's in the picture is not what you're getting. You're getting the best piece that we have available. And on that topic of something to understand about our website, this is a big one here because I just had a scenario with this today, and this has happened multiple times. You should be doing this on every single website, but particularly ours. If you order from our website, folks, before you check out, make sure the address is right. Because what happens is the address is either connected to your credit card and maybe you just moved. This happened to us. I mean, it happened to us. We just moved 8 whenever months ago.
Last year.
And it happens. You click checkout, not thinking about it, and you don't realize that your old address is on there or an address from 3 houses ago. Just make sure that address, you verify the address before you click complete order, because
especially if it's a live fish.
Oh yeah. But we had it happen today where I haven't responded yet because it was right before the stream. Somebody ordered, I shipped it out the same day, got to him, and it was shipped to his old address. I mean, I'm going to send it to what's on the order. So, just make sure you verify that. We've had it happen before. And, there's been a couple of times where people are like, what am I supposed to do? And we've gotten very fortunate that the people that received it were honest and shipped it back or just handed it back to the Postal Service. And they brought it back to us, which is good. But you can't count on people being honest all the time.
No, it's
So,
true.
I need to tell you a story. And this is going to take a little bit, but it's not going to be too long.
Can I do a couple of these?
Of course you
really
can.
quick?
And don't pick on me for drinking something pink. I mean, it's strawberry. What do you want?
Anyway, Jeepers07 used one of his members. What do you call those? Member chats?
It's like a free highlighted member
Yeah.
chat. How about that? Let's call it
I
that.
like that. Thank you so much for the plants in my order. I'm so glad you started carrying plants. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Somebody just broke some news. Uh-oh.
Yep. And you're very welcome. Crazy Fish Dad super chatted and said, thanks for the great content and real talk. Not enough of it nowadays, unfortunately. Well, you are very welcome. And Adam Schoenwald, what? I'm starting to sound like you.
Winchesterton Fieldsville.
Gifted 5 KG Tropicals memberships, but I think we had addressed that.
We did.
And thank you again, and welcome members. Lakeisha Mills, member for 6 months. Good to have y'all back to doing lives. Hope to catch y'all one week at a RAS club meeting or at the expo in June. Glad you enjoy the group auctions. Well, Lakeisha, I was at one last month, and I plan on being at the next one next Thursday, so maybe I'll get to meet you. And please, if you are somebody that is going to the club, introduce yourself. I mean, like your name, so I know who you are. Like, if you just come up to me, I might not know who you are. So, but anyways, you can go ahead.
All right, I got to tell you a story. First of all, I was going to do a whole video about this. Who was it? Somebody a few minutes ago, just broke all the news, but it was in a fun way, and I'm not mad at you. It's about what we're about to talk about here. It was Jeepers07. How dare you? How dare you be a member for 10 months and then do what you just did? Breaking the news. I've been racking my brain trying to figure out how to do a video about this without it just being a big, long advertisement for our website. I mean, everybody knows we have our website, and that's kind of what funds this whole thing. And I don't keep that a secret from anybody, but I don't want to do an infomercial for a video. And I just decided probably 2 hours ago, like, you know what? I'm just going to talk about it on the stream tonight. That's just what it's going to be, because I can't figure out any other way to do it. So the members already know this because they got early access, and they got to see what we're going to talk about here earlier than everybody else. But I got to tell you the story behind it because it's a pretty cool story. We were approached, if you recall, back in January of last year, a year ago. We scaped a couple of tanks. I did one and she did one. They were both beautiful, might I say. Hers a little better than mine, but that's usually the case. These tanks were scaped with Tropica plants. Now, what you didn't know, what we did not talk about, was probably 3 or 4 months before then, is when we had Tropica reach out to us and say, hey, we're trying to establish ourselves in North America. You ever thought about carrying live plants on your website? And I said, yeah, I've thought about it. And then the thought immediately escapes me because I am terrible at keeping live plants. And I love you to death, but you're not very good at it either. I mean, neither one of us are. And
Before, I
Well-
mean, I've been fine now.
well, yeah, we're going to get to that, but I'm saying
And
then.
don't get me started on houseplants.
Okay, well, that's true. But then I'm talking about a year and a half ago, we were both horrible at keeping plants, really good at killing them, but not very good at keeping them. And it was never the fault of the plants. It was the fault of us. And it wasn't just our water either. We tried it in several different areas, different houses that we lived in with different water sources. And it was us. It was not the plants. And that's what I told them. I'm like, how can I sell a product that I can't keep myself? And they said, well, it's because you haven't tried our plants. And I'm like, of course you would say that. You want me to buy them? Of course you. And they're like, well, listen, here's what we can do. We can set up an account for you and you can buy the plants from us and buy them at, excuse me, at the same rate that we buy them at now. So basically wholesale pricing. So you get you get a little bit of a deal on them. Buy as many plants as you want and try them out. Play around with them. See what happens. And that's exactly what we did. The first plants that we bought were in January. We scaped.
No. We bought them, if I'm not mistaken, November of 2021, because I still have one that's in the little tissue culture that is still.
But why was the video January? Maybe we did one before then. I don't know. But regardless of the dates, I thought I looked it up in the tank. Well, the tank I did was in January.
Mine was prior to yours. I did mine like a month before yours.
Okay, who cares? Listen,
Yeah,
it was
who
sometime
cares?
in the winter of 2021 and 2022, sometime around there. How about that? So that's what we did. We ordered a bunch of plants and we started scaping tanks with them. And guess what happened? They all did extremely well. And the beautiful thing about it is this was all done on YouTube. All of it was. All of the plants that we used, the scapes that we did, they were all on there. And the tanks that we scaped with them have made multiple appearances since then. And the tanks or why I can't speak today. The plants have done better than any other plants we've ever had. We didn't have crypts melt. We didn't have plants die. What they did actually was flourished in our tanks.
And solid waste cool taste asked, did you use fertilizer? And you want to know what fertilizer I used? Beta fish poop.
We also used root tabs though. Those first tanks that we did, we used the Tropica root tabs. We did.
I didn't. You may have. I used the.
I know I did.
I know you did, but I used beta poop.
Okay, well that's fine. Yeah, she likes to get crafty with her fish's poop.
Yeah, my fish's poop is like good stuff. It is. It's good stuff.
So we got multiple orders of plants from Tropica for our own use, and we planted them in tanks. They did extremely well, and after several months of using these plants, I said, "Hey y'all, listen, I'm sold. I mean, if I can keep these plants, anybody can." And
Sure.
we have so many customers of our website. Where can I get my plants from? I want to get my beta from you, but I'd like to get plants too. Where can I get plants from? Do you know a good place to buy plants? Well, of course, I know several places that have good plants. But me as a businessman, it's like I'm sending people away from us. And I'm like, I would love to be able to know how to keep plants and be able to confidently sell them to customers. And after several months of dealing with Tropica, we said, okay, we would love to do it. However, we can't do it right now because we're working out of our basement in a house that we're renting. We're going to be moving. And when we move and get everything all settled and hopefully have space for it, we'll talk again then. And so that's exactly what happened. We moved in here. You ordered more plants from them in September. I know for a fact it was September.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the whole purpose, dang it, I did not save this video. I probably still have the clip It would be too, I don't even have Final Cut open. We had a tank in there. We started setting up our system in the barn, and we wanted to test out different ways of keeping these plants, how to keep them, how we're going to ship them, how we're going to do all of that kind of stuff. She bought plants in September, and we put them in, and 3 months later, all of them, there might have been one or two, but we're talking about a 50-gallon lowboy that was full of plants. There was like 60 plants, 70 plants in this 50-gallon, and we did nothing to it. We just put them in there, and we put them in water, and that was it. And for the first several weeks, we didn't even fully submerge them. We kept them immersed like Tropica does when they grow them, because we thought have this whole thing go through is if we keep them immersed. If you're not familiar with what that is, that means just the pot of the plant is in the water. The plant itself is outside of the water, full exposure to CO2, absorb more light, no competition with algae or anything like that. So the plants thrive and they grow faster and, all of that. That's why they grow them that way. And it also makes them hardier for shipping. So we were going to do it that way. But after a while, we found that was not going to work for us. We kept getting little bugs on them that were from the barn. And we're like, okay, we can't have this. So we had to go to fully submerged. All of this was happening over the months since we moved in here. That one tank of plants that we bought, I'm telling you, I have footage of it. I showed it to the members. If you're a member, you've seen this. If not, you should go watch that video. I showed the members this tank, and it is like the plants are growing out of it. It's absolutely insane what has happened with those plants. And that is from doing nothing. Adding water to it when the water was low, not doing water changes, but just topping it off. No fertilizer, nothing. And 3 months later, they were like, the plants were just out of control. So it was an absolute no-brainer. After we saw that, after we had the experience that we did, it was an absolute no-brainer that we were going to bring these plants in. And so the super secret project that we've been working on since we bought this property in the barn is done. Well, it's
started.
It's functional.
Yeah.
It's not completely done. And it is full of Tropica plants.
Yes.
Only Tropica plants. That's a whole other story in itself. We've tried to get plants from other suppliers. It didn't work out. Maybe it's just that we're only capable of keeping Tropica plants. I don't know.
We'll see how the one tank does with the leftovers from the one supplier that I used the plants. We'll see. I'm doing my best. I'm trying really hard. And
they seem to be doing well in that tank. But
but it was a very, the substrate was, seeded, so it's like I'm not starting off with everything brand new. It's a tank that's already been established. So I think those will do very well, and it looks great.
It does. It's a beautiful tank. Now I did put together. Don't interrupt me yet, because this is a big thing here. I did put together a little video tour of the plant room, and you can see the tank. I don't know if I actually focused in on the tank in this particular video, but I wanted to share this with you. And I've learned how to use the software, folks. Yay! We can do this. I can show this to you, and I can still talk to you while it's happening. So we're going into the room here.
You know how to YouTube?
I know how to be a professional at my job. Now, when you see this, you're automatically going to think, well, that's not that much. And you're right. This is a small room. We can fit right now about 600 plants in our system the way it is right now. But that room can house about 1,500 Tropica plants. So this is just basically to get us started. And it's been working very, very well. The system is flawless. It's working great. We have Shark Pros in the tanks with the plants. There is Luma lights on the plants, the best light in the aquarium hobby. Lumilight was gracious enough to say, "Oh, you're setting up a plant room, are you? Well, when you order these lights that you're going to be selling on your website, we're going to send you some to put on your plant tanks too." So, yeah, that's a real thing that happens. So all of those plant tanks have Lumilights on them, which is very, very cool. Now, I said before, we're exclusively carrying Tropica, and that is 100% true. That's how we're going to stay. Unfortunately, there are some plants that Tropica is not able to sell to us. Some of the super common plants like Vallisneria, Java ferns, things like that, that are native to the United States and other places, but you know what I mean. They can't sell those to us because they're readily available here. And Tropica is a company that is, first of all, the corporation that owns Tropica also owns Dennerley and several other. They're the largest producer of aquarium plants in the world. The Tropica plant, is it called a plant? That's kind of funny. The Tropica greenhouse facility in Denmark is already by itself the largest producer of aquarium plants in the world. And then they also own Dennerley. So pretty big company. They're based in Denmark. They opened up another greenhouse in North America, but it's in Canada. And so it's technically, when we get these plants, we are importing them from Canada, and we cannot import plants from Canada that are available here. That's the way it was explained to me. So some of those types of plants that are very, very popular in the hobby is not something that we're going to have. And I honestly don't see us ever veering away from that. I mean, I know those plants are popular. Everybody sells those plants. Everybody who sells plants sells those. So I don't even know that there's ever really going to be a necessity for us to carry those plants. I'd like to, because they're so popular, but I can't get them from Tropica. I don't want to get them from anybody else. Now, you see here a very small stock of their fertilizers, the liquid fertilizers, as well as the root tabs. And now you see me, I don't know why I did this, but I decided to set the camera up and show me packing a couple of plants. Because what we did was we did like a soft launch of this. We just put them on the website and see what happens. And boy, did we have a busy week the following week.
Right? And that was not even advertising it through like videos or anything.
No, it was just like, okay, they're there. And apparently there's been a lot of people waiting to get Tropica plants because they just absolutely bombarded us, which is a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for that. We've gotten so much good feedback from it. I don't know why I got myself in video packing these plants, but don't. I know you're doing it. I know there's people in there right now, like particularly Whip's World, who's probably like, oh, look at John using the cute little pink spray bottles. That's all they had available when I went to the dollar store. So you leave me alone.
He tried to steal mine. I was like, go get your own.
Somebody commented, Lisa threw in some betas. Yes, they are rescue betas.
Yep.
We put those in there.
They have a place to have a second chance. It's really hard for people, like people don't adopt them as readily, like, you know, like they would in the spring and summer and fall, because right now we're using UPS next day or the
Priority Express.
Yeah, Priority Express for the postal service, just because we don't want to take chances with them being in the mail for a long time when it's really cold. It's a lot harder for them to survive if the heat pack goes out after 72 hours, you know, so.
Look at that. Sorry.
Yeah. So we found other homes for them in the meantime.
Lefty said, never heard of can of spray paint, John. Yeah, I used to make a living with cans of spray paint. And you know what? I don't need to spray paint those because I don't mind my spray bottles being pink. Those are temporary. I got to get bigger ones. Those only last for like 3 plants and then I got to refill them. It's a pain in the butt. But Uh, but yeah, I don't mind pink spray bottles. It's not a big deal. I don't know. That's more fuchsia, not pink. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. So listen, this is something we're super excited about. We are going to continue expanding what we're doing. Like I said, that particular room, it's a small room, but that room can house one more rack and 3 tanks on each, which would mean a total of 15 tanks. Each tank holds about 100 plants. So we can hold 1,500 plants right now. The thing is, there's not a lot of websites selling Tropica plants right now. People who know who Tropica is, they know they're the real deal. They know it's like, it's like the high end of plants. These are not super cheap plants. These are plants that are grown under perfect conditions and all that kind of stuff. They're what you would call high end in the plant world. And because of that, there's a huge demand for them. And so I don't think there's ever going to be a time, that's the end of the video, sorry. I don't think there's ever going to be a time where we're going to have 1,500 plants in there because people are buying them so much. And thank you for that. Even before doing any kind of promotion for it, there's been a whole lot of people that have been ordering them. Lefty was one of them, and his plant order was out of control. It was the biggest order we've ever had on our website, for one. And a lot of it was plants. And something that I did not show in that video, because it's not anything like extravagant to see, is what we have the tissue culture plants. And we are carrying the easy category of all the plants, actually. Yeah. But the tissue cultures, we also have. So the plants that you saw Lisa use a few weeks ago in that teeny tiny shrimp tank, the taxiphyllums, and you had a Echinodorus renai in there too. Yes. We have all of that. Was the Echinodorus a tissue culture that you used?
It was a tissue culture.
We have the tissue culture as well as the potted version of that. Potted version's a little bit bigger.
Actually, I have to rethink that.
It was.
I don't remember.
It was a tissue culture. You used one crypt that was a pot.
Right.
And then you used like 2 different types of taxiphyllums and then the Echinodorus.
Yeah.
Listen to me talking like I know plants. That's learning.
Because I did that scape back in like November, I think. October, maybe.
Yeah, it was a while ago. With those plants that you got in that order that we had for 3 months. And that's how that whole thing went. Let me just tell you this. For you people that are hardcore into aquascaping, you ever heard of the name George Farmer? Well, he works for Tropica. Why? Because he's George Farmer and he wants the best plants. You ever heard of Jen Williams, Melanie Holmes? The legends in the aquascaping world. When I told, it's a good thing that I'm married, and so is Melanie, and I think Jen is too, because
yes, she is.
When I told them at Aquashella that we are going to be carrying live plants, both of them, I feel like if I had presented them with marriage at that point, they would have said yes, because they were so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Because they don't have them available. It's hard to get. There's not a lot of places selling them. So Melanie was like, "Oh my God, as soon as you have them, let me know. I'm going to work." She was going nuts. So if the best aquascapers in the world are using them, it's got to tell you something right there. And one of them works for the company. So he's the content creator for Tropica. George Farmer is. And when he found out that I was going to be bringing him in, he was so thrilled. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. We've had so much fun with it already. We're a small business working out of a barn in our backyard. We don't have a facility to have tens of thousands of these plants right now. So, the beautiful thing is we can order every single week from them, but this is a live product. So if there's not any of the Nana Anubias left over, we can't get them and we're sold out. Well, we might go a couple of weeks without having them because they don't have any available. I don't know how many places are selling Tropica. Most places that sell them in the United States are brick and mortar fish stores. And those people, I swear, are like lined up as soon as the stock list comes out. Boom, they're on it, ordering up all of the stuff. And a lot of times, by the time I get in there, it's too late. They've run out of some stuff. So hopefully they can keep up, and hopefully we can keep up with all of you, because the response has been absolutely overwhelming. And I'm sorry, I'm just going and going.
That's
I
okay.
talked to the CEO of Tropica North America last week, and we were talking about Lisa and I going up there it's in Vancouver, going to Vancouver and visiting their facility there in Canada. That would be really cool. Neither one of us have been to Canada before.
I have, but I was just a little teeny tiny child and don't really remember.
Right. We were also supposed to be this year in Denmark for another event. And while we were in Denmark, we were going to try to swing over there to the main Tropica facility. But that trip fell through. Had nothing to do with Tropica. The trip that we were going to be going to Denmark for was for another show, that the show actually is not going to happen anymore. Everybody heard we were going to be there, and they were like, no, we ain't going.
Yeah,
We'd go if it was just her, but if that bald guy's going to be there, no, we don't want to go. But no, unfortunately, that show isn't happening, so we're not going to be in Denmark. So who knows if we'll ever make it to the main facility of Tropica's, but we can go to the one in Vancouver, and that'll be a lot of fun.
And
So
cold. For
no, we got to go in the summer. I'm not going to Vancouver in the winter. No,
I mean,
I don't even want to go to Ohio in the winter.
I don't mind cold. But
Sorry,
cold,
Rob.
Cold needs snow. What we've been through is just dumb. Cold with no snow, that's not fun. That's just
That's
mean.
perfect for me. You can keep that white stuff up there above the Mason-Dixon line. I don't want
love
it down here.
snow. I hate not having snow. I told you yesterday I thought I saw a flurry. It wasn't a flurry, but I thought it was a flurry, and I got so excited. It wasn't a.
So listen, I had this whole plan of some of the things that I was going to say, and one of the things that I wanted to say during that section of the video where I was packing the fish, we only packing the plants. We only ship plants Monday through Wednesday. So understand, if you order a plant on Wednesday, your plant's not going to ship out until the following Monday, which makes Mondays a little crazy. But Mondays have always been crazy. But just understand that, because we don't want to run the risk of your plants getting stuck over the weekend. If we ship on Thursday and it's priority 2 day, they're probably not going to deliver it on Saturday. So yours will be delayed until Monday, and they'd probably still be okay. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to run that risk. What's the flag? Oh,
You're skipping over.
I know, but that's
all
why
the
you don't look
super
at the
chats.
chat. It's a Washington Nationals flag. Sorry.
It's his favorite baseball team.
And that one is Washington Capitals. And if you could see my screen right now, you don't know this, but I'm watching the Caps and the Penguins play as we speak. It's on my screen.
Well, I want to go back, if it will even let me at this point, because we need to address some super chats
That's
and
totally
new
fine.
members. High Performance Trucking with the $20 super chat said, addiction is great. Getting 2 new tanks next month, so we will have a 210, a 110, a 150, a 120, and 3 75-gallon tanks in a small house. LOL. Yeah, I feel you, but wow, in your house, you must have your other half must be very nice and understanding when it comes to your fish tank addiction.
Or maybe she's into it too. I just got to say, Vicky Lee, is it Lee or Leah, says Vancouver is the warmest winters in Canada.
Oh, that's
But I'm sure it's still worse than North Carolina. I'm just
probably
saying.
colder than North Carolina.
Even when I told the people in Canada I'd like to come visit, they're like, yeah, you want to come in the summer. Go ahead.
Danielle Castaneda, member for 13 months, and she says, can't stay, but I'll catch the replay. Lost my beta cashew last weekend. Going to get a new fish. Do you think fish understand how much we love them? Aw, that's so sad. I'm really sorry. I love KG says, miss me? We haven't seen you in a while.
Did you get all of these? Yeah, you got them.
Tony Bay with the members super chat. New to the live chat, John and Lisa, thank you for getting me back in a hobby. Enjoy all your videos. Very helpful and encouraging. Well, you're welcome.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you for being a member. Vanya Sydney with the super chat. Thank you guys again for my amazing super orange beta. His name is Bartholomew and he's doing great. Hey.
Nice.
Thank you.
Those orange ones are
I know.
nice.
I love them. They really are. It's so funny because they almost remind me of a little goldfish. They're just cute and orange. And I've had the males and the females, and they're just awesome. Travis Breckenridge, member for 9 months, says, just wanted to say I love your videos and hope you all have a great weekend.
We were not going to have a good one, but now we are because of you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Travis.
Much. Thank you for being a member. Lefty, somebody said, no.
Lefty.
Lefty 3213A, member for 32 months, said, ha ha ha, I get another one for some reason. Thought I used this last time. Gotta use 150 characters and still have like 20 left. I don't know. So funny. And then, let me see. Rochelle Williams said, thrilled to have you both back live streaming. Well, thank you for being
Well, for 1 week anyway, because she won't be here next week.
Yeah, I'll be
and
at
then
a fish club
she probably won't be here the following week because Sean will be here. And so
I'll be hanging out with Evie probably.
Yep.
Audrey Paquette, I think I said that right. I talk to Audrey on Instagram sometimes. She said, I start working at Petco tomorrow. It's official. Thank you guys for inspiring my interest in this hobby.
Nice.
Well, that's exciting, and I am really happy for you. And then Leslie Perry, member for 26 months. Y'all don't know how happy I am that y'all are back. Me time for me. The husband knows this is me time. We're so glad you're here.
Sorry, hubby. Thank you, Leslie, but sorry, hubby.
And then Whips World, member for 3 months. That's it? Only 3 months? Well, how many? I think you have like 2 channels though or something. I've been a member for 3 months. Woot woot. On the lights you sell Sky Aqua and Luma. Does the power cord come off the back or the side?
The side.
Nice.
On both of them. And let me just tell you, the Lumilight, I'm gonna be doing a video and showing these in a video. The cord for the Lumilight is like 38 feet long. It's ridiculous how long the cords are for that. But yeah, you know, you got something great. You got to have a lot of cord for it. So, but they both come off of the end of the light.
I love them, especially when I'm the one that has to go turn the lights off at night, because that's a pain when you're short.
Let's do this last one here.
Delisa Bradley with the $50 super chat in bright pink. That's a pretty color. It's such a pretty color.
That's outrageous.
I don't get a chance to catch you live very often. You are so worth supporting. Thank you for all you do. Well, thank you, and that was very nice of you, of everybody, to send us super chats.
The money is shocking.
Members.
The money is shocking that somebody would do that. But regardless of the money, just how could you not stream when there's people saying things like that? That's, of course, we're going to get back to it. Let me do this real quick. I you know, this is important. This is important stuff here.
What?
This is the title of this stream. Once again, 54 minutes into the conversation, and I'm finally getting to this. It's not going to be like this every week, folks. I promise it's not. I just had to make the big announcement with the plants, and it took a long time. I got an email yesterday. I had a whole different plan for this live stream today. And I changed it because I got this email. And I'm going to read you the whole thing. He gave me permission to. And it's from my friend Jacob, who I've never met, but he's my friend now. Hey, John, I'm interested in getting a custom aquariums tank. He didn't misspeak there. It's Custom Aquariums, the manufacturer, that is 5 feet by 2 feet tall and 18 inches deep. And I was wondering if that would be big enough for 1 Oscar, 1 to 2 Severums, and some Geophagus. Every time I see your albino Oscar, it makes me want one so bad. And I don't blame you because he's gorgeous. And I want to recreate your 360 on a smaller version, but with Geophagus. Not a bad choice. But I don't know if that tank would be big enough. I can't get a 6-foot tank because I don't have enough space. And a 5 foot is a 5 is better than 4-foot tank, I think. I'm sorry. It's trying to decipher what he wrote here. He had a little typo. No big deal. Also, I'm wondering, is a custom aquariums tank worth it? I know it's custom and super high quality plus a lifetime warranty, but I'm only in high school and I really want that tank, but I don't know if it's worth it right now for me. I can get enough money from my job. Good for you. I don't know, but I don't know if that's where I should be spending my money. What should I do? Should I wait till I'm older? And then he said a bunch of nice things about our channel. Thank you for that, Jacob. My response to him was very different than you probably think it would be. I am not affiliated with Custom Aquariums other than, well, I am affiliated with them, but I'm no longer a salesperson for them. I used to be able to sell you a tank from Custom Aquariums and I would get a commission and all of this kind of stuff. But that's not a thing anymore. And I decided not to do that anymore because it just didn't feel right. I wasn't really doing anything and I was getting a commission. It just didn't feel right. So, but I do work with them. They've sent us quite a few tanks. All of our big tanks are from them. So I'm definitely loyal to them, but I'm not, when you think about what my answer to this young man's question would be, you're probably thinking because I'm affiliated with them, that my answer is automatically going to be, of course you should buy one. Duh. I mean, you're a fish keeper. Of course you need to get a big, giant Custom Aquariums tank. But that's not at all what I said to him, because I looked at this as how would I say the same? How would I answer that question if it was my 19-year-old, which it'd be obvious with him because he's in the Navy. He can't put a big 200-gallon tank in a ship. But when he was still in high school, if he had asked me that, actually, I shouldn't even say that because, I mean, we have a whole fish house. So we'd have probably been like, yeah, go ahead. You're taking care of it.
That's true. You'd have been like, yeah, ooh,
right.
Yeah, another big tank.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't even know why I brought him up, but I put myself in the position of a parent talking to a young person, not trying to take his parents' place, but I thought about it and my response to him, I'm not going to read you my response to him, but my response to him was basically, you should wait because you are, he didn't say how old he is, but he said he's in high school. So he's probably under 18. He didn't say if he's a senior or if he's a freshman, but I said, you don't know what your life is going to be when you graduate from high school. Most people don't when they're that age now. I mean, most kids don't have a plan. So they graduate from high school. They're going to do one of a few things. They're going to get a job because they're not allowed to sit around the house. Or they have idiot parents who let them sit around the house and do nothing. Or they're going to go to college for 4 years. They're going to join the military for 4 years. They're going to do like I did and move out of my parents' house 2 years after high school. Who knows what they're going to do? And that tank that you buy might not fit whatever that lifestyle is. What if it is? What if you choose to join the military? Our son CJ, he made that decision early. He was like a sophomore in high school. He made the decision that he was going to do that. But David didn't. David didn't know that going through high school.
Yeah, he graduated, let's say he was a senior in high school, did not have any plans as far as the military, I don't think. But when he got out, he worked 2 jobs and was like, you know what, I think I'm going to join the Marines. And that's when he joined the Marines. It was a year after he graduated high school. And it was the best thing he ever did.
It certainly was. It made him the man that he is now. But, you know, with your life being that unclear, most people are going to do one of those 3 things. They're going to get a job, they're going to go to college, or they're going to join the military. I mean, most people aren't blessed with trust funds and they can just walk around and make TikTok videos and that's how they make their living. Most kids out of high school, that's what they're going to do. And a giant aquarium only fits into one of those decisions. So you go to college, that means your parents are either going to be taking care of the tank. They don't want to do that. Or you're having to give all your fish away and shut it down and walk away from it for 4 years. And it's just silly. Why do that? You're a young person. Enjoy this hobby. I actually told him, hey, listen, find a spot for a 6-foot tank and just go get you a 125. You're going to spend a lot less money. You can find them every single day on Facebook Marketplace. You're going to pay way less money, and it's a lot less to deal with if you can't take it with you wherever you go, or, you know, whether it's college. I mean, George Mavrakis, Coralfish 12G, he had an aquarium all through college, but he was a college athlete. I think he might have had a little bit larger dorm room than most kids do. He was able to keep a little teeny nano tank in there and stuff like that. But you ain't going to keep a 200-gallon aquarium in a dorm room. I don't care if you're the number 1 recruited quarterback at Alabama. You're not going to have a big giant tank like that. So college, you know, pretty much cuts that out. You're not going to have an aquarium like that when you go to college. And another thing I said to him is, maybe you are like me. Maybe you move out real quick. And I didn't move out real quick because I had bad parents. That's what we did back then. I mean, you had your own place at 18. I had my own place at 19. I mean, that's what we did back then. We didn't loaf around our parents' house until we were 35. So, you know, what if you do what I did and you move out a couple of years after, and your new place that you're going to doesn't have enough room for that big giant tank that you bought, or it has way more room than you need, and you move it in there and you're like, well, daggone it, I could have bought a big 8-footer like John has. I could have gone all in and bought the big one, but now I'm stuck with this one. It's a nice tank, but I could have gotten something so much bigger if I had just waited. So my advice to him and any other young people that are not graduated from high school yet, unless this is something that you're doing with your parents, and I promise you this will happen. If you get your parents into the hobby and then you leave because you join the military, or you go become the starting quarterback for Alabama, or whatever it is that you go and do, your parents will have no problem taking care of that tank when you're gone, because you've gotten them in and they're now in. But if you're doing this yourself, you have it in your bedroom, or your parents have given you a little space in the basement for your tanks, you're not going to burden your parents with a giant tank like that. Wait. Just wait. Get as big a tank as you can get that is manageable, that you can do what Evan Rifkin did. And you can, when you move out, you can break them down and store them somewhere until you do get your place that you can move your tanks to. And then you can get as big a tank as you want. Save that money and buy it when you're ready to do that. I was 47 when I got that 8-foot tank. I was 34 or 35 when I got my first 8-foot tank. So, you know, you got a long time in this.
I was a little younger than you when I got my first 8-foot tank.
You mean you were a little younger than me when you got my first 8-foot tank? Mm-hmm. I live in a van down by the river. No regrets moving out. Well, hey, there you go. You ain't going to have a 200-gallon aquarium in there. You made my point for me. I don't understand how people can do that. It's a whole thing now, the van life thing. I don't want to be cooped up in a little van. Good for you that you're able to do it, but that's not for me. I'm too big for a van. I would need like a bus. Then I could maybe do it. But I completely understand. Believe me, I do. I'm the most impulsive person on earth. And I completely understand how difficult it is to wait for cool things. I get it. It is hard. But particularly when you're that young, if you do wait a little while longer, first of all, let me tell you, you're going to blink your eyes and a couple of years has gone by. Trust me. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. It's not going to take as long as you think to get that tank. Be patient. Enjoy what you have. Maybe get a 90-gallon that's only 4 feet. You can put an Oscar in there. It's no problem. It's fine. I mean, do I tell you need to have a 125? Yeah, I do. But I also, I'm kind of a snob when it comes to Oscars. Have I had them in a 75 before? Yeah. And they lived a long time. So, you know, you can get away with it if you have your heart set on an Oscar. You don't need to get a 200-gallon aquarium for it. The measurements that he gave, I don't know if that's 200 gallons. What's clickbait? I'm so sick of seeing clickbait. What did I clickbait, Christian's Amazing Animals? How dare you?
Be nice. He was just explaining something. I saw it. He said just kidding.
It's not me, because Christian, I just got done talking about what the title is. Helping you
No, it
not
wasn't
make a
about
mistake.
the title. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay. Oh, I just like picking on him because I know he's a young person.
Someone
it's
said,
fun.
I thought no more live streams. He was commenting to that.
Well, that wasn't clickbait either, because when I did that, I absolutely 100% meant it.
He did. He really did. And then he was like, I miss live streaming. Will you be mad at me if I go back? No, go ahead.
Yeah.
So I miss my friends.
Now here we are. But yeah, you know, Christian is another good example. Not only is he a quick-witted kid, but also he's a young person that I would give this exact same advice to. You know, you got your whole life ahead of you, and if you're in high school right now, there's a lot of things that are going to be changing in your life very soon, and it's going to happen faster than you think. You don't need to go all in with that big giant tank right now. Now, if somebody's giving one away, I mean, you know, you can't say no. But if you're making a decision of where to put your money and you're going to spend $2,500 on a big giant tank, you know, might not be the best decision to do when you're still living at your folks' place and you haven't figured out what you're going to do with your life yet. And he actually did email me back and he said, yeah, you're right. I don't know for certain what I'm going to be doing when I graduate. So that's probably good advice. And I felt really good about that. I said, you know what? His parents should send me a fruit basket because I just saved them a lot of headaches. I would not give that advice to somebody. Look at Bob. I hate him so much. I hate that. There's not many people I hate, but he's one of them.
Golly. Bob, I lurked on your stream today, by the way. Just
yeah,
saying.
Speaking of titles, what a title that was.
Hey.
Some genius YouTubing going on there.
Sen, John's calling you out.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, geez, I'm looking like such a jerk. More than usual. If somebody my age was to message me and say, yay, Cap scored. No, they don't say that. They say, is a custom aquariums tank worth it? I would say 100%. Yes. Custom aquariums, not just from the brand that's called Custom Aquariums, but custom aquariums from anybody, they're expensive. Anytime you attach the word custom to anything, the price goes up big time. But what are you getting for that? It's so much more than the little plastic framed, you know, kind of cheapy stuff that you can get at any pet store. Are those tanks bad? Of course not. I've got a bunch of those. So I'm not saying those are bad. What you get when you go custom is something much more substantial. And that's where all the money goes. That's where all of that extra money goes. With custom aquariums in particular, I don't know about all brands, but they have a lifetime guarantee. There are some stipulations to that, of course. Everything has stipulations, but yeah, they will guarantee their aquariums forever. So there you have that. I mean, those nightmare stories you hear about people's aquariums blowing up, if that ever happened to you, you'd be covered. You got a lot of mess to clean up and some broken hearts from dead fish, but you know, you still get your aquarium taken care of for you. It's 100% worth it. I can't say that anymore. I have 2 aquariums from custom aquarium manufacturers, 2 different custom aquarium manufacturers. And I can tell you I can't tell you who the other one is yet. Why can't I? Why can't you, John? Hey, can I say it? I can say it? Okay.
Why are you talking to yourself?
Planet,
I'm sitting right here.
You remember me saying that last week. Planet Aquariums is where the new tank came from. And it is magnificent. And
heavy.
And super heavy.
And so is the stand.
I'm not going to talk numbers right now, but it is fantastic, this tank. The 3 aquariums that I have that are from Custom Aquariums, bulletproof. I mean, they're all, 2 of them have been moved multiple times. Actually, my 360 was at a trade show. It was at the Aquatic Experience in 2019. Any of y'all that were here, or not here because we weren't even here in 2019, but any of you all that were at the Aquatic Experience in 2019 in New Jersey, you saw my 360 in person. It had a little submarine drone swimming around in it at the Custom Aquariums booth. That's my tank. They sold me that one. That tank has been moved to a trade show and then moved back to Wisconsin and then moved from there to my house and then from my house down to here. It's been moved multiple times. No problems at all. Never even, nothing. No problem at all. The other 2, no problems with either one. And my 240 has been moved a whole lot of times. So, you know, it's a no-brainer to go custom, particularly if you want a size that you can't go to the store and buy. If you were going to get a 125 because you wanted to get some discus, and everybody's budget conscious, especially now. I mean, I would probably tell you, you know what? I probably wouldn't buy a 125 gallon custom aquarium from anybody. You know, when you get above that, then yeah, you can, I mean, it makes sense. Or you have a space and it's perfect and you're building it into a wall and it needs to be a particular size, then custom is really your only option at that point. But if you're just getting a 125, just buy the, I don't even know what the brands are. We have 2 of them. I don't even know what brand they are. And I don't care what brand they are. They're probably, I don't know what they are.
Or the A.
Aquatop. They're not Aquatop because I don't think they've ever made tanks that size. But anyway, who cares? You know, I probably wouldn't go custom for a tank that size because you can go down the street and buy one. But anything larger than that, I definitely would. Is it worth the price? 100%. It's definitely worth it. I am not a salesman when it comes to aquariums. I'm a salesman of everything else, but not aquariums, except for the little ones.
I love my Zen Aquas.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't come with the aquarium. It's just the custom made stand, but still, they're awesome. I love them so much.
John is a YouTuber's husband. You know why he said that, right?
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
Yeah, he knows.
That's the best comment.
I take back what I said about you, Bob. You know I love you. I can say I hate Bob Steenfod all day long, and he knows it's not true.
We have a lot of super chats and members still welcome, but I was thinking that maybe I could do the comments of the week because that's something new we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start going through. Well, comments come through all day long. And some are really good, some are stupid, some are funny, some are just, let me put it to you this way. Most are very good and very nice.
I have not, you're forgetting to mention, the whole purpose of this is for her to find comments and then read them to me here and get the reaction.
Live reacts.
And, so I have not, I promise you, I have not seen these. At least I don't think. I mean, I do go through the comments a lot, but.
Well, you have to stop because this is going to be so much fun.
I can't stop.
Just remember, we're live.
Oh, see, you know what that means. That means trouble is afoot.
Okay. I've got like 6 now. All right. So first off, I'm going to say what the video is, and then I'll say who said it, and then I'll say the comment. So this is from the video, if Apple made an aquarium filter, this is what it would look like.
Oh boy.
Aaron Fitty commented, what filter is it? So if you watch the video, what did you just comment? Because then it was like right after that, he proceeded to the next video and left a comment on, I built the perfect tank for Cyclage Yellow Lab Aquascape video. Too many rocks. Looks a bit OTT, over the top. And when he said two, it was T-O, not T-O-O. But anyways. So, like, yeah, that's just somebody wanting to troll. But I thought that was hilarious. What filter is it?
I wonder if he was in class with Jacob today.
Okay, anyways, next.
You're not going to let me respond? I thought the whole point was to respond.
Oh, it was definitely funny.
First of all, you know, the only thing I can say is, well, the one on the Space Echo, that's dumb because, you know, the whole video was about the Space Echo. And the other one is too many rocks. You're wrong. It's the best looking tank in my fish room. And I'll say it to your face. Next.
Alrighty.
I'll say it to Bob Steenfott's face. And he's way bigger than me.
I do want to give some, like, I want to, like, a warning. There's a little bit teeny bad word. So in case you have a child in the room, I'm telling you in advance. I give up. This has to change. The video.
That was last week's video.
Yes. Comrade Akimov said, there is a special place in hell for people with large fish, no plants, and 3 centimeters of substrate. Seriously, if you're so passionate about fish, build a proper pond. This is awful.
You know, hey, listen, that can be said for every single aquarium on Earth. Maybe not the ones in like Dubai and the Atlantis and public aquariums and stuff like that. But you could say that exact same thing about everybody's aquarium, because at the end of the day, it is true. You know, we're not raising them in what they would have seen if they were ever in the wild. Most of us don't keep wild caught fish. So, I mean, the special place in hell has been ready for me for 48 years. So it's no shock to me that you would say that I'm going there. I've had my reservation for a long time, but
it's a special place there. So,
well, I mean, at least it's special, because the one I had before was probably like an economy class. So at least I get a special accommodation now. So that's a positive, I guess. But, you know, hey, the guy probably doesn't even own an aquarium, and he's just one of those people. He's one of those people that would see a video with a Rottweiler in it and be like, those bears should never be kept, or Bob's Doberman, and be like, you shouldn't keep a horse like that. And just one of those people that likes to find things that he doesn't like on the internet.
Next, top 10 tank mates for betas.
Oh, this will be fun.
And it's from Amiro. Guys, large letters.
Man and a woman in that video. Just saying.
Guys, this is a monetized video, and thanks to videos like these lying about fish care, I now have 3 tanks. 2 for the betas and 1 for all other fish, all of which are on the list. The betas were purchased months apart and introduced to the fish separately. Did resets and all. And when you're sleeping, just in case you don't catch them doing it, they will chase and tear the other fish apart. APPART. This is not fair for the fish or for the buyers. So watch it with these kind of people. They don't care. I'm just going to say, if you're going to send a comment and you want to be a jerk, please check your spelling, because I will.
Your phone will usually do it for you. I'm just saying. I mean, you don't even have to think about it anymore. You know,
it's our fault.
So here's the thing. Every video we've ever done that has betas in it are the videos that we get the most negative comments on. If it's me building, I titled it the best beta system on YouTube, and I'm very proud of that system that I built for her. Still working on it. I have an addition to that, by the way. The amount of comments that we got on that of how horrible we are for keeping them in small tanks and all. I mean, it doesn't matter what the topic is. It could be betas are the best fish in the world. It will be, the comment section will be full of so much negativity. It'll almost make you want to get an early reservation at that special place in hell. I mean, it's a nightmare. Betas and goldfish. Those are the two that you can expect. No matter what, you're going to get constant negativity in the comment section. So it doesn't surprise me that Jenny quit. I mean, because all her videos were goldfish.
So this one, lighten it up a little bit. I give up. This has to change. That video from Doodle Brain. Did you see any detritus worms when you were taking the sand out?
No.
It's a good question.
It is a very good question.
All that sand and all.
I didn't see them, but I also wouldn't have seen them. A lot of people commented on that video, and they were all right when they said I could have used something like a dustpan or something like that.
That's a great idea.
It is a great idea. And if I had done that, I would have been able to inspect it. But I didn't. I sucked it all out of there with a siphon hose. And so there was really no opportunity to see anything. It went into the trash can and went straight down to the bottom, and there was never really any seeing it. So no, I didn't see anything strange like that in there at all. Very good question though.
Yeah. And you know what? You probably didn't, because if they had come out, you have fish in there that would have just ate them.
Yeah. I mean, it's true.
Okay. So the video, the best on YouTube, maybe the world.
Is that the video I was just talking about?
Yes. Josh Saunders says,
Wait for it.
Looks terrible. Very small tanks and cramped looking.
How did you not burst out laughing when I said what I just said?
Because I have to keep a straight face.
You know, the only reaction I have to something like that is people know we're crazy. I mean, you look at just this room right here. I've got like 150 bobbleheads. I'm 48. Obviously, I'm not completely sane. But there's a lot of people that watch that video or any of the beta videos that we've done where we show our stock for the website. And there's a lot of people that think those are our pets. That we're that level of crazy. That we've got 300 betas as our pets.
Yep.
Anybody that has 300 betas as pets, there's something wrong with that person. I mean, there's no way you could enjoy it. It's impossible.
Unless you are breeding and you're growing them up and you have 300 because that's how that happened. That's different, but 300 individual betas just to go out and get one to take care of, that's just like people.
That's madness.
That's like crazy cat lady type stuff, that people that hoard cats and have like 100 cats. I mean,
don't act like you wouldn't want that.
It's fine though, because we have 4 acres. So, but the thing is, I'm not keeping them in little cages.
It's 4.93 acres. It's almost 5, lady.
That's enough. Anyway,
so we can have 120.
So this one is, I want you all to guess the video of this comment, because if you watch the video, you know what video it is that this comment came from. And John, I want you to watch the screen, because whoever comes up with it first gets a $50 KG Tropicals gift card.
We need to talk about this. Jeez. Good grief. Okay.
All right. But you have to be in the U.S. I do apologize. But you can still say it if you want. All right. Sparrow Swims commented, love this tank almost as much as I love Navy boys in short blue shorts. What video is that from? Are you watching?
Yeah. Let me just tell you, true KG Tropicals fan would know the answer to this.
Short blue shorts. What video is that from?
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up so that nobody wins it and we don't give away any free money.
Stop. No, somebody has got to say what video it's from.
I'll be looking. Let's, is that the last of the comments? Because
Yes.
we've got 5 minutes left and there's a bunch of super chats left.
Well, I gotta make sure.
I'll be looking for it.
So nobody watched that video?
It has over 100,000 views already.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of people watched it.
We have to have the correct name though.
It's not the moving video technically. I mean, you know, I feel like it should be the title of the video that they should put in there.
Yeah, that's what the video about. Oops. I was getting ready to say.
All right, we'll give it to Brandon because he is the first one that said it where it was legible to.
Who?
Well, no, let's see.
No.
Debbie Bamrick.
Debbie Bamrick is the one that said
When your son and his friend moved the tanks.
Yes, that's correct.
Hey, listen, Debbie. I was there too, okay? So don't say it was just the two of them. But I did say in that video that if it hadn't been for them, I wouldn't have been able to do that by myself.
And I built the best aquarium environment for cichlids, 240-gallon peacock and hap tank. So yes.
Yep, that is
and Brandon would have been next. But so Debbie Bamrick, you email KG Tropicals and
kgtropicals@gmail.com. And as long as you live in the United States, we'll be good. We'll send that to you. You can order a bunch of plants.
Yeah.
All right, you gonna wrap these up, or should I? Well, I'll do it because they're right here. Catwoman VA.
Hey, I haven't seen her in a long time.
My bad luck with plants finally turned around. Crips and Val doing great, but Water Sprite has taken over. Let me expand this. Very happy beta, Rasboras, Tetras, and Cories. There you go. See? And one of those plants is something that we will never have. Actually, two of the plants. What? We don't have, but we got several different types of crips. But glad to hear that you got that all figured out. Booty Spanker, that's cute, asked about the flag, Washington Nationals, Washington Capitals, Washington Nationals. Danikin Aquatics, Blackhawks, baby, great to see you. Yeah, well, you know, you can keep your Chicago team, even though you don't live in Chicago. I'm not a Blackhawks hater. I'm okay with Chicago teams. If you said Penguins, Kenny, you and I would have a problem. But we can stay friends because you said Blackhawks, and this thing just skipped on me. Here we go. All right, you people are out of control tonight because this is crazy. Booty Spanker again. Sorry for interrupting. I'm used to people interrupting me all night long, Booty, so don't worry about it.
It's me. I'm people.
Heavy AF Deuce. Oh, that could mean so many things, and none of them are good. Thanks for your videos. Save my dwarf blue gourami. Can't wait to get plants from you. Awesome. I take back what I said about none of them being good. That could be a deuce. You've heard people say I got to take a deuce. You know, number two. You know what I'm saying? That's how I read that. But maybe it's a deuce coupe. I don't know.
What about
anyway,
Deuce Bigelow?
It could be Deuce Bigelow. Who knows? Kendall Cook, member for 5 months. Lisa, do you have any videos on starting a beta sorority or advice? We do. I'm going to answer for her because we're short on time and she talks forever.
Just look up beta sorority KG Tropicals or KG Tropicals beta sorority. You'll find them.
She's done a few videos on those. Carl Batzel, will the plants you sell be snail free? They will be snail free. Yes. The ones that are guaranteed are the tissue cultures. Those plants are actually grown in a lab. The potted plants, we've never seen one. I mean, we've never seen one in our tanks. But because they're grown in an open environment, and is there a possibility? I suppose there is, but we've never seen one. And I promise you, I'm not making that up. We've never seen one on there. Yeah. Tropica plants are known for not having pests on them and stuff like that.
We'll throw a pea puffer in there just to make sure.
If you want a guarantee, then go with the tissue cultures. They're smaller, but you get a lot of the plants. It's a little cup, but you get a lot of plants in there.
Fast,
and they grow really fast. So put some root tabs in there. You'll be good to go. Vicky Leah. I'm going to say Leah because I just want to say Leah when I see that. With the cheer, is it a pear? I don't know if that's a pear or not, but it's a cheering, morbidly obese pear. How about that? That's what it's cute. It's adorable. Echo Nightmare, keep going live and keep making videos with an exclamation point. We will. Don't worry. It's fine. We're going to keep doing it. I've been in the hobby for a couple of years and didn't really start searching YouTube until the past few months, and your videos have been very helpful.
Yay.
Well, we were seriously contemplating just quitting YouTube and going away, but now we're staying for good just because of you. Thank you, Echo Nightmare. And of course I'm being silly, but yeah, that's very, very nice of you. I appreciate it. DGLS420 with the $1, nothing attached to it. Just here, take my money. Thank you very much for that, my friend. Regina Phalanges, I'm so happy you're back live streaming. She meant you. Videos are awesome, but this is the best.
Both of us. Regina's discus are doing really good. I'm so happy for her.
Nice. And what did Jeff H do?
Of course he pooped on us, because that's what Jeff H does.
That's right. Sturge, your videos helped us a ton getting started. Just ordered my daughter the last Black Samurai beta you had on the website.
Well,
Thanks
they're sold
again.
out again already.
Better get on it, lady. Steenfod Aquatics. Haven't seen that guy in a while. Clickbait, 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 clickbait. Gotta love Bob. Adam Schoenwald. I don't know about you, but I am so thrilled to have Thursday nights filled back with KG goodness. Clickbait or not, how dare you say that word? I won't complain that you're back. Listen, every single time I've ever been accused of clickbait, you can look at it and you can see it's really not. I take offense to that. Steenfod Aquatics, custom Steenfod Aquatics. And I'm pretty sure, because it's late and I'm trying to go quick, I'm pretty sure I said both times Steamfot. I've known this guy like 5 years. And I'm pretty sure I said Steamfot. And I'm sorry, Bob.
Custom, yeah, he's one of a kind.
and then he came in with the John is a YouTuber's husband, and that is totally an inside joke. But
that goes back like 3 years ago when, oh, trust me, I'll fill you.
I'm talking about what happened recently.
I'm talking about something else.
Oh,
and
well.
It's just kind of continued, so I'm sure that's why.
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
It applies to something that happened very recently too, Bob, which I did tell him about. So.
And it's also an inside joke that him and I have from like 3 years ago.
All right.
I'll fill you in. Don't worry. I'll let you know.
Melanie DC, I accidentally corrupted my daughter's boyfriend. Uh-oh. My family is non-fishy. Apparently he loves loaches now. Wants a tank.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it's, loaches are cool.
They are
it's
cute.
like, that's the thing that makes somebody get interested in the hobby. That's really cool.
Whenever they're out, a lot of times they hide. Some of those do.
And clown loaches can get so big that, anyway, we are 3 minutes over. Thunder Aquatics, just stopping by to say hi. By the way, Yellow Labs tank, the Yellow Lab scape looks great, contrary to what that jerk on Lisa's comments said. Thank you for that, Thunder Aquatics. It's my favorite tank that I own. I'm being serious. As far as the scape goes, we all know if I had to go down to just one tank, it would be the Oscar and Biker tank. But I love the way that tank looks. I'm so thrilled with it.
Why? Because you would be giving the other two to me?
No, I'm saying like if we just had to get rid of them all and I could only pick one. Of course it would be the 360.
But what about my discus tank?
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about if I had a gun to my head, somebody was going to take away all of my tanks, except for one, I would keep the 360.
They better recognize not to take mine.
Legion Aquatics. That is that's Jacob. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and I had no idea. I've seen that name so many times before.
Yeah, so have I. Thanks again, John, for the help. You made me want a 90-gallon with one Oscar now. By the way, your head is looking mighty shiny tonight. It's the different lighting now. We don't have the big light anymore. This is just basically the room lights. It makes Lisa look like she's been dating Donald Trump, and it makes me look like powder. Remember that movie?
Donald Trump.
You look kind of orange.
What's that got to do with dating Donald Trump?
Because he's the orange man. Everybody knows that. Where you been for 4 years? Jeez.
I don't have to be orange to date him.
I think I just got my YouTube channel deleted for mentioning his name. Judy Basco with the $5.
For saying I look orange like him.
Thank you. It's the lighting. She does not look like that in person, and I don't look like a ghost in person. I promise you. Thank you so much, Judy. No text attached to it at all. Just here's my money. Stephanie McGadigan. You do this to me every week, Stephanie. McGadigan became a member. Welcome to Fry. But I'm pretty sure she's been a member. I think she just re-upped tonight. Thank you, Stephanie. And I'm sorry I keep botching your name. Wisworld, I'm spitting up my New World cichlids. Did you eat them and they're coming back up again?
That's so funny.
I'm going to read it the way it's supposed to be read. I'm splitting up my New World cichlids. Your opinion is required. Oscar South Americans in the 210 and Jag Central Americans into a 150 or vice versa. You know I love my Oscars. But that Jag is going to get bigger than any Oscar you've ever seen. So, and a 150 is perfectly acceptable for Oscars and South Americans. I would probably flip-flop it. I mean, a 150 is no slouch for the Oscar and his friends. A 150 will be fine for a Jag, but do you understand they can get gargantuan sized?
And they're jerks.
They can be. So yeah, I would probably flip-flop it. As much as I love the idea of an Oscar and his friends in the 210, I really think that Jag is the one that needs it.
They're gorgeous though, but they can be jerks.
Christian's Amazing Animals. I'm going to make this count. Thanks to both of you and all your channel. I'm sorry, Christian. I've been really giving you a hard time tonight. I'm going to start over again. I'm going to make this count. Thanks to both of you and all of your channel fans. I would be very lost without fish keeping. Seriously, I wouldn't be a good kid.
And he's 13.
Wow, that's nice.
That's so cool.
I love seeing young people that are in this hobby. It's very cool. And participating in this that we're doing here. Instead of being on TikTok where you're getting mindless, mind-numbing nonsense and playing video games and stuff. You might be having this on your laptop, scrolling through TikTok while you're playing a video game. I don't know. But the fact
Not
that
everybody
you're in
does
here,
like what you do with like 2 screens, a phone, your TV up here.
yeah, but I've spent 48 years earning that.
Yeah, but that electric bill this month.
That wasn't because I played video games twice this month. Days Gone is what I'm playing for the 9th time. Just waiting for Harry Potter to come out. That's all it is. Waiting for Hogwarts Legacy to come out. And I'm just haven't told you yet that I probably need to buy a PS5 for that. I'm going to say one last thing. I'm going to start some serious controversy that has nothing to do with fish keeping. And then I'm going to turn it over to you to say goodbye to everybody because we're 8 minutes over. I don't know if anybody's streaming right now.
I
but
think Ed is. Chattanooga Ed is.
I love Ed too much. By the way, the driftwood guy that we buy driftwood from looks just like Ed and talks like Ed. And he's awesome.
He's a cool guy.
I'm going to say something controversial that Christian's Amazing Animals will have no clue what I'm talking about because he's way too young. But I know a lot of our audience is, my age and older. And you all will understand what it is that I'm saying. And I feel like I'm going to get a text from Bob Steenfot after this because he's probably one of these people that would argue with me about this. I watched a movie the other day that is like universally praised. It won all kinds of Oscars. Not those Oscars, the stupid little statues. It won all kinds of awards. People have said it's the best movie that's ever made. I'm going to say something right now that involves a bad word. So Christian, earmuffs. The movie was dog shit. And it really, I didn't understand it. Fantastic acting. As good of acting as anybody could do. But I just don't get it. I did not enjoy this movie at all. And when it was over, I was mad that I wasted those minutes or those hours of my life. You want to hear what it is? Those of you who are on the other side of this and you've seen this movie and you love it, you're going to be thoroughly appalled at what I'm about to say. Because I've heard multiple friends say to me, this is the best movie that's ever been made. The movie is called No Country for Old Men. Dog shit. I'm sorry. That movie was bad. I liked the Anton Chigurh character. I thought he was awesome and creepy and scary and terrifying. But the movie had no point. The ending was a nightmare. Quite literally.
When did you watch that?
I don't know. I wasted those 2.5 hours last
like that
week.
Leonardo DiCaprio movie I watched. I wasted my life watching it.
I don't understand what the big deal is with No Country for Old Men. I love Tommy Lee Jones. I love, what's the guy's name that played Anton Segura? I love Josh Brolin. I love these actors, and they did a fine job. But the story was dumb, and it just ended. It's just over. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
I saw a YouTube video like that today. I was like, I really just wasted like 10 minutes of my life watching this, and I don't even get it. And it took forever just to try to understand the person.
Well, Elvis is the best movie. I liked that Elvis movie. A little wild, but I liked that Elvis movie. But I'm also an Elvis fan. Yeah, I fell asleep. Okay, thank you, Danielle. Let's see. Thank you, said Spinster Sister. You're crazy, says Sal. See, maybe he's crazy like my opinion is crazy, or maybe he's like, you crazy. You're crazy. I like you. You're crazy. Come on, what's that movie? Nah, you can't say that. Yeah, see, I mean, a lot of people are going to disagree with me. I agree with John. The movie was garbage. Thank you. Why did it win so many awards? I'm drawing a blank on the actor that plays Anton Segura. He was awesome. Javier Bardem. Thank you, Spinster. He is amazing. And that character, I will say, that character is one of the best characters I've ever seen in a really, really bad movie. That's my opinion about that. I loved his character all the way until the very end. Everything else about that movie, I could just forget it. It's dumb, terrible. I'm sorry. What's their names? The Coen brothers. I've loved all of your movies except for that one, because that one was bad. I'm sorry.
I've seen some people talk about the Elvis movie, and speaking of that, I'm so sad about Lisa Marie passing. I'm very sad about that.
Y'all have heard this before. I had a special connection with Lisa Marie. Not only is my wife also named Lisa Marie, but her and I had a special connection, so I was sad to hear that too.
Whatever. He met her.
I escorted her to the bathroom, and I had to stand outside of the bathroom while she was in there, and I could hear her pee. And I said to Nicolas Cage, well, for the rest of my life, I'm going to be able to tell my friends I listened to Lisa Marie pee.
That's when he was married to her, right?
Yeah, and he thought it was really funny that I said that. But yeah, that's my connection with Lisa Marie. Her dad was an extraordinary talent, one of the best ever, and I really liked that movie. Again, you didn't like it as much.
I liked the movie. I just didn't like what's his butt as much in it, because it was more about what's his name?
The Colonel.
Yeah,
he was a horrible person.
Yeah,
and Tom Hanks did a great job of portraying the horrible person that he was.
I like the Elvis story part of it more.
And the music was great. It was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
Okay, we got to sign off here. We're 13 minutes over, so you need to say goodbye to everybody.
I didn't get to do the plant of the day. Cute.
I bought her that for Christmas. I thought it was a full-size flower pot, and it turned out to be a little coffee cup.
Yeah, it's adorable, though. I bought the succulent. It's adorable. Yep.
There's our plant of the day.
Yep. Okie dokie then. Oh, so we're stopping now. We're going to stop streaming.
It's 9:44.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sticking around and being here tonight. And I won't be here next Thursday. If you came in late, I'll be at the Raleigh Aquarium Fish Club meeting. And if you would rather be there and not be watching this stream, then come and say hi to me and then watch this on replay. If not, and you're going to be here, then enjoy the stream next Thursday, and I'll catch it on replay. But anyways, have a wonderful weekend, and John will see you next week. Bye.
It'll just be me. Sean won't be here next week either. The week after that, Sean will be here, as long as everything goes the way it's supposed to go. Bye.